All hail the Clicks crew. Alright guys, today we're taking a look at a set review. We're reviewing the whole set of DC Heroclix Justice League Unlimited Heroclix set. This set has, it's a little weird right now if you're watching this video in April 2020. The set was supposed to drop April 8th. I was fortunate enough to be sponsored by WizKids, and they sent me a Bricktown box for you guys. And then I was lucky enough also to be able to get a hold of some pre-release product to unbox with some friends and get stuff. But this is not, even though the release date was technically supposed to be April 8th, the vast majority of the public does not have it right now. But I'm going to try to review the set for you so that eventually when it does drop, if you don't feel like buying sealed product, maybe you can get an idea on some singles for this set. And don't worry, a top 10 video is coming for this set. I just got to lock down getting a couple more figures for that like pedestal view. But before we get into that, I want to take the time to let you know that Mr. Clicksflix is sponsored by Lucky Dice Cafe out of Huntsville, Alabama, home of the ROC. No matter if you're in the United States or around the world, Lucky Dice Cafe has the winning role for our gaming needs. You can visit them at luckydicecafé.com or on their Facebook page using the link found in the description of this video. Mr. Clicksflix is also sponsored by TrollandToad.com, one of the largest online gaming retailers. Visit TrollandToad.com and use the promo code Mr. Clicksflix for 5% off your Heroclix order today. Alright guys, so let's get into this. So for those of you that don't know about these set reviews, there's always one or two people that are mad because basically I give the figure quick thumbs up, thumbs down. Occasionally I'll read one. I try not to because there's a lot of figures to review and I'm just here by myself. So I do try to breeze through them as quickly as possible. So you know, if you don't get mad, that's the name of the game. There's pretty much everybody does them this way, where they'll highlight a couple figures and then be done. But don't forget though, in addition to this, I am doing a top 10 video, so if you want, I do get way more in depth in the top 10 video. Alright, so here we are looking at Supernan, should be Supernan, this is a terrible figure. So next we have Green Lantern. He's okay as a taxi, don't count on him for anything else, and he is 65 points. So he's not so great. He's actually not great, but he can taxi enough people, and we're not even going to cover the team ups. I'm just letting you know you're going to do that on your own discretion, or it's going to be a separate video because there are just so many of them. This video would be 3 hours long if I covered all those. Next up we have Flash. This is the Great Brain Robbery one that goes with Lex Luthor number 8. This isn't bad for 30 points. You're getting a hypersonic outwitter, and then he can hand out action tokens with that Justice League trait, so he's good in my book. Dr. Fate is good. Acquire as many as you can. I currently have 6. Batman is good. This is a good Batman. He's got this, where is it? Opposing characters with 6 squares in line of fire using impervious, shape change, or super senses decrease their rolls by -1. 6 is always successful. But even without that, just 12 attack, 3 damage with perplex is good for 70 points. So this guy was going to be good. This other Batman's really good. He's got that sort of like pseudo unlimited range, mind control, psychic blast, blah blah blah. It's good. Try to acquire one. Cadman's Lab Scientist is somebody that I really like. Because he, for a power action, you can give an adjacent friendly character Battle Fury, which is actually really good. There's a lot of shape change still floating around, so this is a good way to get around it. Scientist, still a pretty good keyword. I'm sure you can find a Hulk that could use some Battle Fury that's a Scientist keyword. Starlab Scientist isn't bad, but not as good as Cadmus because there's no counting on what you're going to get. Because it's dependent on a d6 roll. Then we have the Lex Luthor that goes with the Great Brain Robbery Flash. Wonder Woman's good. This is the one that has hypersonic speed, and she takes maximum 1 damage from range attacks. For 90 points, she's good. Joker is kind of similar to Dr. Fate, where you play one at the main point value and then other ones at the lower point value, 20 points each. These guys are good. They're fun. Next up is Amanda Waller. She's good. Leadership on a 4 through 6, and then if the result is a 6 instead of the normal effect, you can remove an action token from a character 100 points or less anywhere on the map. That's good. And she's got politician and soldier as keywords. I have to look more into Project Cadmus. I don't think there's too many people. Suicide Squad might be okay, though, depending on what's going on. Then we have Amazo. I like him in his bigger point lines, oddly enough, because you can take extra powers for him. But I do like Amazo, so we're not gonna dwell on it too much. But I like Amazo. Then we have Jonah Hex, 60 points, range, blades, claws, fangs. I'll take that. Pass and soldier, decent enough keywords. 11 attack, 3 damage. So he's breaking defenses, even if you're not choosing to roll for blades. Shazam's flat out good. He's going to be something really nice for battle royales and stuff like that. I like him at both point values. He's got 95 points and 45 points. I like the 95 point one better just because he has hypersonic speed, but there's a wisdom to the 45 point, 12 movement, 10 attack, charge, super strength. Mystical is a good keyword. Justice League seems like it's going to be on the map after this set. Vixen's good. I like these sort of pseudo pick a power figures is what I call them, where it's like they can pick something that's already on the dial from anywhere on the dial. So she's good. I'm going to be saying that a lot in this video, is that the figure's good. Cheetah is good. 45 points for an 11 attack, blades, charge. And then she also has the Injustice League trait, so she can hand out an action token. And then once per turn, you can re-roll your blades or your super senses rolls. Okay, that's good. And then you figure if you put that with like the Panther map, the Wakanda map, yeah, it's gonna be pretty good. The only thing is her, other than animal, which I don't think's super good right this second. Her keywords are a little suspect. Here we have Copperhead. He's not so great. Now we have Superman. This is the Justice Lord Superman. This one's better. So he's 95 points, has charge, super strength, a once per game, penetrating damage, range attack, so that's good. But then you can also play him at 10 points for robot keyword or Justice Lords if you wanted. But I'd play him for robot. And now you have filler for robot teams to try to get a theme bonus. And he's only 10 points. So, next we have Sinestro. Running shot, pulse wave, has a perplex for only opposing figures, and the Injustice League trait. So this is a huge thumbs up in my book. This guy's fantastic. Then we have the Flash, and he gets +3 to. He has hypersonic speed, +3 to speed if he moves in a direct line. 65 points. That's not bad. I wish he didn't have these 10s. I wish he had another 10 and then a 9. That'd be better, but you know, this isn't a bad one. Now we have Red Tornado, highly recommended. Power action, Red Tornado can use telekinesis twice at no cost. I'm not sure. I think you can TK, do something, and then TK back, so you can sort of use them for a one-man TK yo-yo. If that's the case, this is a must-get, but right now it's just a highly recommend, because worst-case scenario, you just use him to TK out 2 different figures right in a row. But this guy's good. He's good. And then he can Force Blast characters that can't normally be Force Blasted, so that's good. Justice Lord's Batman is good. I like these Justice Lords a lot, just in general, if for no other reason than the Justice Lord's trait, where you deal him an extra click, and then if it's not KO'd, then you click him back, so that you can get around like end of dial stop clicks and stuff like that. So these are good. 65 points, 11 attack, 3 damage, without wit, and he has that Justice Lord's trait. I'll take it. Then we have Dr. Emil Hammer. When a friendly character within 4 squares would be dealt penetrating damage, roll a d6, 4 through 6, that damage can be reduced instead. So this is really good. He's got Metropolis, Star Labs, Scientist keyword again. So this guy's good. I would definitely try to get him for 25 points. The ability to basically get two rollouts for like an impervious figure or something like that would be good. It makes invulnerability a lot better if you find yourself running a lot of invuln figures. So definitely good there. And then we've got Dr. Tracy Simmons. Choose an opposing character with 4 squares in line of fire. They can use flight until your next turn. That character can't use flight and have speed. That can be devastating, depending on the how the opposing team set up. That they might not be able to even really do anything if that's what they do. And she has a perplex. Next up, we have Lex Luthor. This is just a good Lex Luthor. 50 points. 50 points for that stat line alone is good. But then you throw in that he also gets the Justice League trait and penetrating psychic blast, range combat export, or improved targeting ignores hindering. Yeah. So this is a highly recommend. Then we have Green Arrow. All the Green Arrows in this set are good. So there's that. Here's Static. He's okay. He's not great. I wish I'd take the 2 9s if this was an 11, but energy explosion, penetrating damage, characters occupying water terrain, armor, robot, or vehicle keywords. It depends on how prevalent those things seem to be as to whether or not he's worth the points. But I mean, for 50 points, he's not terrible, but I don't know that I'm hunting him down. This Supergirl is not as good as another Supergirl, so we're going to take a look at it. She's 100 points. She does have hypersonic speed and flurry. Neither of those you can use together. I like the other one better, though. We'll get into that here in a second as to why. Aquaman, they continue to disrespect my boy. Black Canary's good. The penetrating damage, knocking back 2 squares is good. The Question, I would have at least 2 of these because you roll a d6, you set it on his card, you can replace a die, for an attack roll die with that die. Plus he has Outwit. He has Martial Artist, Detective, which are decent keywords. Justice League, again, seems like it's going to be a good keyword. So you figure if you have 2 of these and, some really cheap other Justice League people, you can get yourself up to a pretty healthy Justice League theme team pretty quickly, and then you're talking about replacing 2 dies with this guy. That's pretty legit. Crimson Avenger is good for 30 points. He's got this Perplex, Poison. Just the dial by itself would be like, okay, it's not bad. Then you've got Justice League Unlimited trait, which removes an action token from a friendly character 100 points or less anywhere on the board. Smoke Cloud is free to generate 4 markers. After resolutions, choose an opposing character occupying it or adjacent to a smoke cloud marker and give them an action token. So you have the potential to, it's sort of like a soft plasticity. So if you gave him plasticity and the action token thing, there's various ways to do that. This is a legit tie-up piece. Next we have Captain Atom. He's not bad. That frontline stat's really good. And then he's got, he deals 1 penetrating damage to each adjacent character if he got hit for his containment suit breach. So that's something you could try to use that against your opponent by, if you're on click 2, charging in and kind of almost baiting them into attacking. Well, you'd have to be on click 4 through the end. But still, something to consider as a tactic. Huntress is good. I love these split dials. She does 2 totally different things, and I love it. Shining Knight is, it depends. If your team doesn't have high defenses, like everybody's a 17, he has an 18 defend, and he's got charge flight, so he's able to carry somebody. Mystical is a good keyword. But yeah, and he can heal, so that's a thing. Next up, we have Superman, and this is the Superman you've been looking for. This is the Superman Beyond Superman, the one from the future. He's got Boom Tomb Travel, so you can phasing 12 squares and then remove an action token after he's done. He's got Super Strength, Protected Outwit, except from characters that are higher point and can use the Superman, or can use the Superman enemy team ability. There's not a ton of those, so definitely something that's good. Then he's got the Seismic Quake. When he uses it, targets more than one character. Each hit character is dealt 4 damage instead of 2. That's pretty good. That's his printed damage value. And then he's got 3 stop clicks at the end of his dial. And then when Superman clears 2 action tokens, heal him 1 click. So if you're double token, because he has Indom, you can heal up past it and then click back down. And then depending on how it lines up, you might just be on that click. So he's tough to get through. Future is a good keyword. Celebrity's always been a low-key good keyword. And again, Justice League seems like it's going to be good. Then we have the Justice Lord's Green Lantern, 75 points. Green Lantern Corps. This is a way better Green Lantern than the other one. I know he's 10 points more, but you get to still carry characters, although you don't get the addition to your movement. But he has this. When Green Lantern hits, after resolutions, give each hit character that is equipped an action token, so he's able to hand out action tokens, steal and penetrating damage. He's got a 20 defense at range. He's just good. Then we've got the Flash. This is the Justice Lord's Flash. There's nothing flashy about him, but 19 defense for 45 points is pretty good. And he's got a stop click at the end, so something to consider. Next up is Wonder Woman. This is the future Wonder Woman that goes along. It's from the episode, I forget the name of it, but it's where the Justice League goes to the future and they see like Warhawk and the little kid Green Lantern and Batman Beyond and Static's the leader of the Justice League. It's a cool episode, but you never see this Wonder Woman. So this is her. She's got the Boom Tomb Travel. Friendly character named Batman was KO'd by an opponent's attack this game. Wonder Woman can use Battle Fury and modify attack +1. And then when Wonder Woman KOs a character after resolutions, heal Wonder Woman 1 click or remove an action token from her. That's good. 120 points. She's pretty legit. I like her. Blight has a neat gimmick. That's all I'm going to say about Blight. Now we have Amanda Waller again. This is a rare version, and as much as I like the other one, this one I like more. She's got the Future, Politicians, Justice League, Project Cadmus, Spy. So she's got a good assortment of keywords, but she has the Super Leadership, which is Leadership, Outwit, Perplex. When she uses Leadership on a result of 6, instead of normal effects, you can remove an action token from a friendly character anywhere on the map. This no longer has that restriction of 100 points that we saw in the previous version. That's legit. Now it's on a 6, so statistically you know what your odds are of that, but still, when it goes off, it goes off. Next we have Amazo, and Amazo is amazing. He's got Cosmic Justice League Robot. So again, we're seeing another good Power Cosmic character. I'd like the 150 point dial if there was like one stop click thrown in there, but his ability to take powers is just going to be amazing. So I'd try to hunt one of these down. Parasite is good. I like these vampire dials. They're, it's kind of feast or famine. Like, he's easy to knock out because you don't start until click 6, so they don't have a lot to get through, but it's still fun, and he's able to take powers, and he's only 50 points. So, could be fun. Green Arrow, another Green Arrow is another good Green Arrow. This static's not bad. 100 points seems a little rough until you get into the other things where he gets a +1. If static is within 3 squares of debris markers, modify static's combat values +1. So you get him up to a 12 fairly easily in today's game. And then when he makes an attack targeting more than one target, modify damage +1 for each target within 3 squares. So, he is able to get his stats up on his own. 100 points still isn't too much, and he's got that boom tube travel. So, then we've got Supergirl. This is the Supergirl that I like a little bit more. She's 25 points less, has charge, super strength. Supergirl has no action tokens, makes an attack. If she hit after resolutions, remove an action token, or if she missed after resolutions, give her an action token. So that's not bad. Then we have Hawkgirl. I just like her. She's got charge, flurry. When she hits a character with mystical team ability after resolutions, deal 1 penetrating damage. 60 points for that stat line's good. 20 defense up close, 12 attack, 3 damage. There's nothing else to do. And it's Charge Flurry for her special. Martian Manhunter, we finally got a good one. He's got traded shape change and super senses. And then if he makes his shape change, you can choose another adjacent character to attack. So good. And then what's the special on his movement? Oh, phasing teleport, and if he moves 4 or less squares, he can make an attack. So that's good. Speedy's good. His once per game pulse wave makes it so that you at least kind of want him on your team. Vigilante is no, I wouldn't worry about it. Shade, I'm conflicted on because he's a good taxi, but you're gonna have to dump some perplexes into his movement to make him a super good taxi. But he can carry characters. So here we'll do it. Bending the Darkness, Poison, Smoke Cloud. Smoke Cloud is free, but he can only generate a number of markers equal to the total number of action tokens on the opposing characters, max 6. And then Shadow Portal, Stealth, Passenger 3, but only to carry characters that occupy a Smoke Cloud marker, even if they're not adjacent. So that's pretty cool. You can do the Smoke Cloud markers and kind of move people around, but you know you're gonna be at a 7. Well, I mean, I guess a 7 isn't bad. So, okay, go ahead and get Shade. You saw I was kind of riding the fence anyway. Grundy's not bad, but I don't know. That is a lot of clicks to get through, though. So you've got 5 and then at least another 5. So 10 clicks for 75 points is probably worth it. So, okay, yeah, try to get a Grundy. Batman Beyond is good. He's got, what's he got here? The Boom Tube Travel again. The multi-spectrum camouflage. Opposing characters can't draw a line of fire to Batman Beyond if he's adjacent to blocking terrain, and that's on top of the Batman ally team ability, so he's got regular stealth. And then he's got Precision Strike free, choose 1 to use until your next turn. Blaze Cloud's Fangs, Energy Explosion, Incap, Poison, or Smoke Cloud, so it's like a pseudo pick a power. And then he's got Leadership free, choose 1 until your next turn. Close Combat Expert, Perplex, Outwit, Shape Change. So he's legit. And he's got 2 different point lines, 125 and 75. So depending on what you have room for, he's good for you. Then we've got Barda. She's got the Boom Tube Travel. She's got Charge Flurry. When she uses Flurry and hits with both attacks, she has Protected Outwit. Opposing characters can't have Big Barda, can't give Big Barda action tokens. That's actually kind of a big deal in set. We'll see if that's like a meta thing later on, but she's not bad. Booster Gold is good. He's got that +2 Perplex. The only thing that makes me sad is only when he targets himself. So if it was he could target other characters, I'd say he's a must get. But the fact is, only himself. Now that does mean that he can get up to 12 attack, 20 defense. So he is good. So try to hunt one down. Stripe, I'm not big on. Stargirl has some potential with the Starlight Snare, where when she hits a standard opposing character, choose 1, opposing character gains immobile until your next turn, or after resolution, Stargirl can use TK at no cost, but only to target the same character, modify attack +3 for that action. So you can hit him, deal damage, and then potentially TK him into kind of like a kill box. So I do kind of like that. And she's got Cosmic Team ability, so she's usable at 60 and 30 points. So there's that. Then we have Warhawk. And he's good. He's got Charge. Adjacent friendly characters with the wing symbol can use Charge. The ability to hand out Charge, I think, is really cool. And then he gets additional stat bonuses, depending on if they can fly or not. For 50 points, it's even better to hand out the Charge. Next, we have Darkseid. He's fun. I think ultimately the hype will die down for him, but it is a pretty good Darkseid. Next, we have Ace. Ace is meta just because she has this special on her. Well, there's a few reasons, but mostly, in my opinion, it's because of this special on her movement. Mind Control. When Ace uses it, after resolutions, give a hit character an Insanity token. When a character with an Insanity token attacks, modify the attack -2 and remove 1 of their Insanity tokens. If they missed, all targets of that attack after resolutions deal them 1 damage. So basically, if you keep hitting the same characters over and over and over again, you can continue to give them -2 attack and keep missing. And she's got Project Cadmus, okay, is a thing. So it seems like Project Cadmus might be an okay keyword. Then she's got Shape Change, Probability Control. Other characters friendly and opposing can't use Probability Control except for Theme Team Prob. So that's good there. And then when Ace is KO'd by an opponent character, deal 1 unavoidable damage to that character. When Ace is KO'd by an opponent character's ranged attack, deal 1 unavoidable damage to each opposing character. So there's that too. And she's got Perplex. She's good. Then we've got the Atom. He's got this that's it. For 40 points, he can give an adjacent standard size character like the star symbol. He can make them tiny as long as they're adjacent to him. And Leap, Climb, Stealth. When an adjacent character is given a move or power action after resolutions, you may place the Atom adjacent to that character. Perplex and Outwit. For 40 points, this guy's good. And then he's also got the Justice League Unlimited. Micron's a hoss. Get one if you can. Then we've got Mongol. Even if he was terrible, he's got a 150 point line and a 110 point line. But even if he was terrible, this Welcome to War World trait would make him worth it, which is during game setup, when establishing theme teams, you may treat Brute and Warrior keywords as a single named keyword. So Brute and Warrior have a shimmer of hope. So there's that. Star Sapphire has 2 different point lines, 70 points and 30 points. The 30 point line one isn't bad. 30 point TKer. She's got Shape Chains and the Mystic's team ability, and she can hand out action tokens. And then she's got this Press the Advantage. When Star Sapphire attacks a single opposing character with an action token, she can use Precision Strike and modifies her attack +1 for each action token on the target. So not a bad 30 point thing. And she's got the Cosmic keyword, so good Cosmic filler there. Then we have Ultra Humanite. Let me think here. Okay, so this far easier to use my super intelligence and mental powers. Mind Control, Sidestep. When Ultra Humanite uses Mind Control, his range value becomes 8 and has improved targeting, nor is hindering elevated blocking characters. So he's got like a super Mind Control. Plus he's got TK. So for 25 points, he's good for Animal, Scientist, and Justice League. At first I was like, I don't think he's good. And then I was like, no, there's a reason he's good. So next we have Hawkgirl. This is the Justice Lord's version. This Thagarian Nth Metal, if you remember from the preview, when Hawkgirl hits after resolutions, you may choose an object equipped to a hit character, remove it from the game. That's good. And she's 70 points, has hypersonic speed. She's got that Justice Lord's thing where you can click them a click, see if they're KO'd. She's legit. Then we've got Justice Lord's Martian Manhunter. Alien Snake Dragon, Flurry Stealth Giant, Reach 3, Phasing Teleport is 3, but Martian Manhunter can't move more than 4 squares. And then he's got Regen and Super Senses, Justice Lord's trait. This is probably the weakest of the Justice Lords in my opinion, but he's still not bad. He's still not bad. So if you get one, don't feel bad. Then we've got the Justice Lord's Wonder Woman, eventually when it loads. 90 points. She's got Flurry Plasticity for the special on her movement. And then they have this special on her attack, but I think they mean defense, which is Princess of Themyscira, Energy Shield Deflection, Invulnerability, Protected Outwit, Protected Pulse Wave. And then she also has this President's Fallen. When Wonder Woman damages an opposing character after resolutions, choose one. A hit character loses all keywords for the rest of the game, or modify attack and damage +1 for each friendly character with the Justice Lord's keyword until your next turn. That's good too. And then Justice Lord's trait. She's legit. And then this next part's going to make everybody sad, because all of the chases, we're to Chase Town now. All the chases are good. I'm not even going to really cover them. They're all good because you don't have to pay for them to be on your sideline if you don't want to. It's free. You have the Injustice guys. They're nice and cheap for 10 points each. I would say this particular set, the Injustice League chases, are better than the Justice League chases, but that's not as to say that they're bad, or that the Justice League chases are bad. So yeah, that is the full set review. You guys let me know what you think of it in the comments below. What your favorite figure is from this set, if you've had a chance to get it. Have you not gotten a chance to get any? As soon as I know something about when it'll officially drop, there'll be a video and stuff like that. But if you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, give it a share. It really helps keep me motivated to make these videos. That's all I have for you today. As always, please remember the zone critical miss if you don't have probability control.